we have our YouTube channel. We have almost 700 subscribers. We're doing amazing, unbelievable, Who wants to be on the YouTube channel? Raise your hand. Nobody? Nobody? Sam? A little big. All right, Michael, come back in. I got to look good for the thing, bro. You're going to make me look, too good. All right, so I'm going to be here with Michael. All right, but we'll feature you wrestling techniques. We'll feature you. We got you. Where you going, bro? I'm on top. I'm on top. So, guys, we're going to look at 3 situations on when our opponent or partner is going to be knee cutting us, right? So, when we're playing guard here, the person on top, a really good opening play is for them to control the shins and then start to cut across, right? Their goal is going to be to put this knee on the floor. If the knee touches the floor, all right, and now the guard pass is going to be pretty much there for them every single time, right? So once I'm here, one of the best ways to intercept is going to be with a reverse De La Riva hook. The purpose of this reverse De La Riva hook is going to be to make sure their knee can't touch the floor, and I can maneuver their knee in various ways, right? So just with this one hook, all right, in various directions, right? For today, we're going to incorporate one more piece of that puzzle. So as my training partner comes in for the knee cut, I'm going to put my hand and the hook at the same time. Guys, a lot of us have the urgency to grab your shin. Don't grab your shin. Just make a fist here and just keep that for the time being. Now, my knee is going to be into my chest. There's still a chance for them to cross-face you or to control your head. So I'm monitoring this arm so that does not happen. Now, I'm going to take my foot and I'm going to lace it over the top and I'm going to hook my shoelaces underneath his far leg, just like this, right? So this doesn't really look like much, but this is the beginning of a saddle entry, right? So this position is called the false sweep. People do this in different ways. A lot of people start to do rear naked choke grips on the leg, etc. The way that we're going to look at it is a little bit different. As our training partner starts to go forward, now we're going to eject. We're going to take our hook out and we're going to start to put our toes on the floor, and then we're going to start to go up onto our shoulder just like this. From here, all I need to do is pass his leg to the opposite side. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to hop out and take my leg out. As soon as I take my leg out, my knee is going to go behind his, and I'm going to chop my training partner down. When I chop them down, that hand that stayed in the beginning stays. This is a big key to this puzzle. The reason is, if I have a good uppercut here, it's going to be very hard for my opponent to run away and to hide their heel. For them to hide their heel, they're going to need to turn their knee outside, right? So if I'm here, it's going to be very hard for them to turn. So look, Sam, I do an elbow strike on the big toe. I collect the heel right away. Guys, Sarah, same thing here. My elbow is not far away from my body. To get this heel hook, you want your elbow close to your body. Now I'm going to take this hand out, connect my hands together. Now I'm going to fold to my side. My shoulder doesn't touch the floor. I'm going to bring my thumbs towards my chest, foot on foot, feet crossed, foot on the belly. Now I'm going to do an internal rotation on his knee to get the tap. All right? So again, one more time, that whole setup. So I'm playing right over here. My partner starts to knee cut. So right away, I put the hook and my hand at the same time, right? I got to be diligent to block this arm. All right? So I can't let them start to cross face me. I can't let them use this hand to start to clear this hook. All right? There's various things they're going to do. So as I'm tracking this arm, now I'm going to lace my foot over the top, just like this, right? From here, I'm going to take my toe out, and I'm going to start to go onto my shoulder, walk, 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 to take my foot out. Once I get perpendicular to my training partner, now I can chop them down, and I'm ending up in a saddle, guys. Don't be lazy here with your foot. Some newer students, I see their foot here, the person can re-pommel, and now they can start to attack you, right? So that foot got to be tight. Here, foot goes onto the hip, across the hip, or crossing and curling. I will strike the big toe, collect the heel, elbow goes to my hip. Now this comes out. Now I do a gable grip, pull my thumbs to my chest, and make my training partner tap. Okay, so this is variation number 1. A bit more basic variation is going to go to the single leg X. So same story. He's coming in. Now I'm going like this. So guys, the more your training partner comes at you, the more space there's going to be right on their toe, right over here. All right. So I'm going to utilize that space. So I'm going to now go toe to toe with my partner like this. If I feel like there's no space, I can escape my hip, and then I can go toe to toe. All right. Now the more they drive at me, the easier it's going to be for me to put them into the single leg X guard. Oftentimes they're going to be on the far knee, and then now I can go into all the techniques from last week that we looked at, right? I can start to go for the Kimura grips and look to lose the heel and look to finish, all right? So this is a review from last week. You guys can practice that if you would like, all right? So again, once more. So I'm here. My training partner comes in, same thing. All right, now I'm going to go toe to toe, escape my hip, toe to toe. Up to you, all right? Now, the more they drive into you, the easier this is going to become, all right? You're going to fire off your single leg X. If you want to start to throw reaps and go for outside helix, feel free to do that. Otherwise, you can find this butterfly hook, tilt your hips, and then now I can look to finish them with different leg locks, right? The third technique is going to be more basic for the newer students in the class. So as my training partner comes in here, I'm going to block with my reverse De La Riva hook. use my hands to block, and I'm gonna put my foot on their shoulder, just like this, right? So I have a really strong foundation right over here, blocking my training partner. Michael, put your weight on me. Like, as heavy as Michael is, I feel like he's light, all right? Now, my bottom hook is gonna come out, and I'm gonna put it onto his hip. I'm gonna square up with him, and I'm gonna pummel both of my legs behind his knees. Controlling both of his legs, I'm gonna pick a side, and I'm gonna scooch in and fire off my single leg X guard on that side, all right? So this is for the newer students that wanna get familiar with leg entries off of this attack, right? So they're coming in, but I almost look like a crab, guys. I make a very strong foundation here. I'm almost like in a squat position if you were to stand me up. All right, I'm blocking, taking this foot out, putting it on the hip, squaring up, putting both of my hooks behind their knees. Picking a side, scooching in, making my knees kiss, putting the person in the single leg extra, all right? So let's take it all those three, pick one, and go to that route, and just keep perfecting that one, and I will be over to help anybody that needs it, all right? Let's go, guys. We're back in? Awesome, guys. So some students were struggling with it because they're kind of flat, right? Essentially, this shoulder roll is like an inversion or it's like a Granby, all right? Where's Sam at? This one. The rest, he wanted to be on the YouTube channel, he's on. So say, go ahead, go with Ross. Let's watch Sam do it, guys. It's really a wrestling move, too. So Ross is coming in. Sam intercepts with the hand. Put the hand in there, Sam. Beautiful. And then he laces the leg through. All right, nice. Now look, he's going to get up onto that elbow, that shoulder. And now look what he's doing to his body. And that spin knocks his training partner over. Does that make sense? So he made himself loose. He went on his shoulders. His hips were high. And then he brings his hips down. Ross had no choice but to fall over. By the way, guys, let's say I'm here with Michael. All right? And let's say Michael doesn't fall over. It's actually even better in a way, right? So if I'm here, all right, and look, Sam, if I'm going like this, let's say my training partner refuses to fall. As I start to come up, let's say I came here and Michael didn't fall over, I just end up on the back side with the heel exposed. It's even better, all right? Because now I'm going to come out, and now the likelihood of escaping this one is going to be way less. To finish this one, I'm blocking this leg so that my training partner can't backstep. Michael backstep. He can't backstep. And then very, very slowly, I'm going to start to go belly down. And now all my weight is going to be on top of that leg. And this is the nastiest heel hook in the game, all right? Going belly down. So in this case, it's even better. And I can also let Michael step on my terms. I can loosen this leg up, and then we can kind of go for the ride, and then I'm going to come into endgame. Guys, the major detail here is my elbow into my hip. If I try to finish it like this, it's going to be very, very hard, all right? So what I need to do is I need to bring my elbow into my hip like this, all right? Now my shoulder does not touch the floor. I'm going to be hovering, connecting my thumbs together, bringing my thumbs to my chest, little tiny rotation of my hips and my knees, and my training partner is going to tap. I can also bridge. I can also do that. Jason, the way you were doing it, you were flat on your back. Let's go a little flat. You're flat here. If you're like this is one of the weaker heel hooks, all right? Because this is like all upper body. All right, this is one of the weakest one because I'm not really utilizing my hips or my legs that much. Like my hip is not really doing much. It's gonna be kind of all upper body. So just keep that in mind, all right? And if I'm doing this, my training partner may start to go this way to alleviate pressure, all right? And then we actually rewound it to now becoming stronger again. All right, so it's all, it can all go 360 degrees, okay? Number two, guys, Michael will do it on me. Number two, as I'm coming in, guys, the more I'm going forward, the more toe there's gonna be here. If some of you are not putting like resistance and you're putting your weight back, it's actually a little harder to put the toe under toe. But as I'm trying to smash my training partner, my toe is gonna be there for him, and now it's gonna be quite easy for them to go into single leg extra. And Gleb, here, feel free to take a knee, because otherwise you're gonna feel kind of like unstable here. Take a knee, because now I can start to deal with it, and now he can start to attack me with all the attacks that we did last week, all right? And lastly, the final one, I'm coming in, he's gonna block, he's gonna block, he's gonna block, then foot goes onto my hip, he squares up with me, two butterfly hooks, picking a side, and then coming in for the single leg X guard, finishing the single leg X guard, all right? Guys, we'll go 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna roll right after.